colorful balloons taped to walls, a table stacked with food, people posting you on their stories as if you suddenly became famous overnight. Birthdays usually look like this, and a lot of people love that. They wait for it, plan for it, even crave that feeling of being celebrated. But others don't. Some quietly let the day pass. To them, it's just another Tuesday. So, let's talk about the people who skip their birthdays and what that choice can really mean. Number 1. Avoiding the spotlight. For some people, being the center of attention feels less like a celebration and more like standing on a stage under a blinding spotlight. It doesn't matter if the attention is positive. It doesn't matter if people mean well. Spotlight is spotlight. Things others find sweet can feel uncomfortable. Too many voices aimed your way. Everyone is talking loudly. Even something as sweet as people singing "Happy Birthday" can trigger that awkward swirl of, where do I look? What do I do with my hands? Do I smile more? Is everyone expecting a reaction? What's meant to be joyful starts to feel like a performance. And there's a real psychological reason behind that discomfort. Some people have a temperament that's naturally low stimulation. Big reactions, loud congratulations, crowds staring at them, it overwhelms their nervous system faster than others. They're not wired to enjoy sudden bursts of attention. Skipping the celebration gives them control. They don't have to perform happiness or pretend they're comfortable. And there's nothing wrong with that. Just like there's nothing wrong with loving attention either. Some people just feel energized by the spotlight. Others feel better stepping out of it. And this isn't about insecurity or social issues. Many people who avoid birthday celebrations are confident, capable, and powerful. They just prefer moving through life without the focus aimed at them. Their comfort zone isn't being celebrated loudly. It's being appreciated consistently. But for some, it isn't about avoiding attention at all. It's about seeing the day itself differently. Number 2. Practical celebration. Mindset. Not everyone sees birthdays through an emotional or symbolic lens. Some people view them practically. To them, birthdays are simply one more day, one more rotation around the sun, one more reminder that life keeps moving, that life continues as it always does. No fanfare, no grand gestures. And if nothing feels different inside, no transformation, no sudden revelation, no emotional shift, they don't feel the need to throw a day-long event for it. Practical thinkers often ask, if I want to celebrate, why only once a year? If I want to treat myself, why wait for a specific date? If I want to gather people I love, why not do it on a random weekend when everyone feels relaxed? And why spend a small fortune just because it's tradition? Their perspective isn't cold. It's grounded, simple, uncomplicated. Some people don't celebrate birthdays not because they hate them, but because the meaning of celebration is spread throughout their year, not concentrated on one date. Number 3. Choosing ordinary days. Some people genuinely believe the most meaningful moments in life aren't the milestone days, they're the ordinary ones. The morning messages from a friend, the everyday conversations, the tiny, simple interactions that make life feel steady. For people like this, birthdays can feel exaggerated, artificial, like the sudden focus doesn't match how they usually connect with others. I like people to be nice to me all year round, not just today, they might think. I don't feel the need to feel extra special on one day because I don't really see the point in it. And when you strip away all the obligations, the party, the expectation to be social, the feeling of being on, or just the overall pressure to behave a certain way, the day suddenly belongs to them, exactly as they want it. They gain freedom. Freedom to spend their birthday however they choose, depending on what their soul needs. Maybe that's reading for hours, a quiet walk, or doing absolutely nothing without guilt. And that freedom boosts their inner satisfaction in ways a party never could. Because they're not just trying to perform to look happy, they're choosing joy on their own terms. For some, a birthday without celebration is still meaningful, just deeply private. A day that slips by gently, lived exactly as they wish. Number 4. Uneasy with praise. Praise feels good until it doesn't. For some people, birthday praise can trigger a strange, uncomfortable feeling. Not because they don't believe they deserve kindness, but because public praise creates pressure. Pressure to smile and sound grateful enough. Pressure to respond the right way. Pressure to match everyone else's excitement. This kind of discomfort can come from childhood environments where attention was unpredictable, or from growing up in households where emotions weren't expressed openly. Over time, praise can stop feeling like warmth and start feeling like exposure. And while many people thrive in that moment of happy birthday, others instinctively shrink away, not out of sadness or ungratefulness, but simply out of habit and learned comfort. Psychologists suggest that this response is rooted in how our nervous system processes social stimulation. For some, heightened sensitivity to attention, whether due to temperament or early experiences, means that even positive recognition can trigger stress responses similar to those caused by criticism. Essentially, the brain interprets public praise as high-stakes social evaluation, which can feel overwhelming rather than rewarding. For them, love and recognition feel safest when quiet, gentle, and private. Less showy, less loud, less of the spotlight. Skipping a birthday celebration doesn't mean they don't want to be appreciated. It means they're choosing connection and affection in a way that feels safe, authentic, and nourishing. And that's okay, truly okay. There's nothing wrong with responding differently to praise. Each person has their own rhythm for receiving love. Number 5. Privacy over publicity. Some people cherish their privacy, tending to their inner life with care. Their emotions, their growth, their milestones, those are things they share only with people who they truly feel safe with. And birthdays, well, birthdays are public by default, even if you don't want them to be. You get tagged, you get attention. People ask questions. People make assumptions. For private individuals, it feels like being cracked open. So choosing not to celebrate becomes a form of protecting their inner world, their thoughts, their boundaries, their sense of peace. This choice is deeply intentional. Much like practical thinkers or those who prefer ordinary days, these individuals aren't rejecting birthdays out of dislike or discomfort. They're simply honoring the way they naturally prefer to live. This doesn't mean they're closed off or distant. Many private people care deeply, but their love is felt rather than announced. They show it simply in ways that are personal and intentional. Skipping a birthday becomes a declaration. My life doesn't need an audience to be meaningful. Number 6. Complex aging emotions. Aging is such a personal experience. For some people, gaining another year feels joyful and empowering. For others, it brings up thoughts that are harder to articulate. Not fear, not sadness, just complexity. Birthdays make people reflect. Am I where I thought I'd be? Did I grow this year? Am I falling behind? Am I changing too fast or not fast enough? These thoughts can swirl quietly beneath the surface. And because birthdays highlight the passage of time so loudly, choosing not to celebrate becomes a way to soften that emotional impact. It might look like it is avoidance, but it's pacing, moving at their own rhythm, gently acknowledging growth without pressure. They still honor their journey, just without the noise. Number 7. Birthday triggered anxiety. Here's something people rarely admit. Birthdays can trigger real anxiety. Sometimes the thought of an upcoming birthday can make the chest tighten, not from sadness, but from the weight of expectations. Be happy, be social, gather people, smile for photos, act like this day is magical. But what if you don't feel magical? What if you just feel normal, or tired, or overwhelmed? Some years people choose not to celebrate, not because they don't appreciate life, but because they need peace more than pressure. For many, skipping a birthday becomes a coping mechanism, a way to avoid emotional overload, a way to stay grounded instead of stretched thin. Choosing peace is a form of self-respect, and that's more than enough. Maybe even the best gift you can give yourself. Number 8. Quiet self-reflection. Here's the part I find beautiful. When someone doesn't celebrate their birthday, the silence around that day often creates space for reflection. Just, honest, quiet self-awareness. They think about their growth, their values, their direction in life, what they've outgrown, what they want to invite in. That reflective state transforms an ordinary day into something deeply personal. It becomes a private checkpoint, a moment to realign, a reminder that life doesn't always need confetti to feel meaningful. In quiet moments, they gain clarity and feel grounded. And that's its own kind of celebration. At the heart of it all is acceptance. Skipping a birthday isn't about missing out. It's about honoring who you are, what you want, and how you move through life. It takes courage and confidence in your own path, and trust in your own rhythm, whether loud and colorful or calm and understated. Everyone celebrates differently, through parties, through stillness, through reflection, or simply by living another day in a way that feels true to them. It's about personal choice. The beauty of human behavior lies in its diversity. There's no one correct way to move through the world. Choosing not to celebrate a birthday doesn't mean someone is unhappy. It doesn't mean they're lonely. It doesn't mean they're ungrateful. As we've seen, the reasons can range from personality traits to emotional preferences, to freedom, empowerment, and peace. The value of a birthday isn't in the celebration. It's in the meaning the individual gives it. So whether you love big parties, or you prefer to let your day pass quietly, there's no right or wrong way to honor your journey. It's your life, your growth, your story, and how you choose to mark another year around the sun should always, always be up to you. If this helped you understand yourself or the people around you better, check out this next video.